Amazing. That feels fantastic. The reason why this particular shot is so important is because it's a kill shot, and the closer that I get to the target, the closer that I am to the vital organs of the deer, so as to not make it suffer. When the moment comes when a deer is in front of me and it's in the range and it's broadside and it goes off all these sort of checklists, I'm ready for that moment. And it's the most ethical way of me making that kill.
I'm on a journey to deepen my relationship with food, one ingredient at a time.
How cool is that?
By connecting back to the land around us, I want to learn more about where my food comes from and the magic behind those flavors.
Wow. That smells really good.
My family always said, never compromise on eating well.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
And those are words I live by.
Love that sizzle, man.
I'm Chef Desh.
That was unbelievable.
And this is Wild Kitchen. There's always been that sort of question, like, where does this piece of meat come from? We do try our best to try and get like organic, local, farm fresh stuff, but at the end of the day, like, I was never part of the killing process. And so this is finally me like taking a step and being responsible for what I consume and then what I serve to my friends and family. I'm headed to Beaver Valley in Grey Highlands, Ontario, for my first deer hunt. Humans and deer have had a long history together. Some experts estimate we've been hunting and eating them for 2 million years. While our diets have changed dramatically over time, deer continue to show up on menus around the world. I'm starting off the day by searching for signs of white-tailed deer in the area.
Yeah, right here. This here are clear deer tracks. Hooves here that's been indented. So we're definitely on the right path. We're seeing 2 apple trees, their food source, and then we also see deer scat on the ground. So there's just a lot of opportunity here.
One method of hunting deer is to stay put in a camouflage tent known as a ground line. The deer hunt season ends in 7 days. So I've got 7 days.
That looks good.
The first day of the deer hunt was upon us. We got an early start. We have to be as quiet as possible, so it'll just be the 2 of us in the tent, me and the director, Owain.
So it's loaded.
It's loaded, it's locked.
We just wait for the deer.
Overnight, there had been a dusting of snow, and the temperature plummeted to minus 14 degrees Celsius. We came in eager and hopeful, but we quickly realized that we had to adjust our expectations.
Mostly an exercise in staying warm and meditating than anything else. Seems that way right now.
I just had to sit down, shut up, and wait. Before long, dusk had fallen, and we had to call it a day.
Great day. We got, used to being in the train and know what it's like to work in these sort of conditions. In my head, I was constantly working out what the procedure was, so that when it came time for that, for me to pull the trigger on the buck, that it was like I wouldn't be in a panic mode. Yeah, great day.
Another day, all right. We're here in Canada's tropics. Warmest day of the year. It's minus 12 right now.
While sitting in silence, every noise perked up my ears.
Sounds like coyote.
I used to be scared of them.
Did you, yeah?
Not anymore.
Because you have a bow.
That afternoon, snow began to fall heavily in the region, even taking out our ground blind. We needed to find a forested area with good coverage so that we can continue our search.
I think it's worth just trying it. Still all kinds of tracks right here.
The good thing about a fresh snowfall is that it makes tracks much easier to follow.
I did the hard work. You got to do that. Through here, I mean...
Mark Wierzinski, a local biologist, took me around to help me identify the tracks.
When I'm walking here,
Yeah.
all I feel are deer tracks. I mean, they're all through here.
Oh, wow.
So if I'm the deer, and I'm coming up out of here,
Yeah.
and I'm walking like this,
Yeah.
if you're there, I'm going to see you. You may as well just put a little neon sign that says, I'm hiding here, buddy. That's the way you got to do it. A great spot would be to tuck yourself into those rocks.
Uh-huh.
Or those rocks.
They're kind of like nomads. They don't stay in
Yeah,
one
yeah.
place for too long.
And it's not, I got to go here for tonight. I got to go there for tomorrow. Check my schedule.
Yeah, right.
They don't do that.
Right, yeah.
They're going with what the environment gives them. But yeah, there's a lot of deer here.
It is really well regulated.
Well, there's good rules and regulations that go with it, and it controls it.
Yeah.
The other thing is there's really not that many hunters anymore. And it's easy to maintain a sustainable harvest of this population of deer. We've removed ourselves from the environment.
In
we
which
live
way?
in cities. We make bigger cities and we make more urban centers.
Mm-hmm.
And we remove ourselves from agriculture and the source of food, and we remove ourselves from nature and the source of all the wildlife and what we got through here. So we don't think that way anymore. We think about grocery stores and butcher shops and bakeries and restaurants, and that's where we get our food from. We've lost that connection.
I wanted to close that gap between what was taken from the grocery store to what I put on my plate. I really wanted to get to be a part of the entire cycle. And as you're saying, we've kind of lost that connection.
This is a good source of food because we don't have to change anything. We don't have to put fences up. We don't have to feed them.
Right.
We don't have to treat them with anything.
Right.
they're ready-made. They're
Right,
here.
right.
And there's lots of them.
Right. We wanted to just make sure that what we're practicing and the lessons that I'm learning from, my mentors and stuff like this are the right ones that I'm going to develop as habits moving forward.
Yeah,
Right?
and for me, it's a personal thing because I've been a biologist for decades, and I love and appreciate this place. This is where I feel comfortable, and I understand the dynamics of this, and I know how things fit together in my experiences. And if I fit into that and I become part of that, that makes me feel good. And the impact that I have on food sources is smaller.
I was really inspired by my discussion with Mark. With renewed focus and determination, we sat and let the whole day pass us by.
I feel like today is the first day. It felt like it's like really hunting and being really connected to the wild, I don't know. I liked it.
We continued for a few more days, each day seeing more signs of deer from the night before. We got up every morning before dawn and spent the whole day watching and waiting. No matter the weather, we were out there. Minus 12 degrees Celsius, and the last day of the deer season in Beaver Valley.
Now we wait.
After 7 days of waiting, I ran out of time without fulfilling my deer tag. Though we didn't harvest a deer, I still wanted to honor my time out in the wild by cooking some warm comfort food for me and Owain.
Start off with this birch tree here. Even though it's a little bit damp, it still is a great fire starter. Oh boy, it's gonna be an interesting day. We're not making a venison lasagna like we had originally planned. We're making something a little different, and I think just as worthwhile. We're making a vegetarian lasagna, and we're using some Maitake mushrooms. The Maitake just happens to be a mushroom that deer are quite fond of as well, so I think it would be a great replacement. I mean, really speaking, I was disappointed. I've kind of worked out the emotional challenges, I think, for myself, so that part I feel I'm okay with. I'm still paying off my dues, it just feels like. So what I'm doing here is prepping the vegetables for a mirepoix. That's the start of our bolognese sauce. So these here are the Maitake mushrooms. I'm just gonna taste a little bit and understand very clearly why deer love this. It's delicious. It has that still meaty flavor to it. So I think it's a great replacement for venison. So we're just grating some cheese. This is not cheese. So we're grating some butter. For this lasagna, we actually have 4 different kinds of cheeses: aged cheddar, mascarpone, ricotta, and parmesan. What's gonna happen here? This is the big mystery, right?
When cooking on snow, you run the risk of drowning your fire as the snow around it melts.
In the next 10 minutes, we'll really know if we have a fire or not. I don't know if there's any certainty here. It didn't go out like we thought it was going to. And now we're ready to put the grill on top.
I'm putting my mirepoix on the heat and mixing thoroughly. Then some local red wine to deglaze before mixing in the Maitake mushrooms, basil from my garden, and passata.
We're gonna let this sit. While I do that, I'm gonna prepare the spice bag. So I'm putting the spices, these bay leaves, thyme, and rosemary, into a spice bag so that it can release the flavors into the bolognese sauce and not the texture.
I want the sauce to have a nice, long simmering period to develop those deep and complex flavors.
Yeah, it's good to go. The only thing it's missing right now is some black garlic.
Black garlic gets its rich, tangy flavor and distinct color
Look at that.
from aging in a humid environment for an extended period of time.
Has that beautiful smoky, syrupy sweetness to it that like really lends itself well to a dish like this. So now that the bolognese sauce is complete, we can start layering the lasagna. I made my own pasta, and this is what's going to be used as part of the layers. The red here is beetroot, the middle is regular pasta, and I added a little bit of turmeric to it. And then this green pasta here is just a little bit of parsley.
Now it's just about carefully putting it all together layer by layer.
I think that's it. We're now ready to put it into the Dutch oven and have it cook over the fire. I want to try and create a beautiful crust on top of the lasagna. So we're trying to get the heat hot on top of the Dutch oven as opposed to coming from the bottom. Wow, that is hot.
After 30 minutes of baking, it was time to check in on the lasagna.
Look at that. All right. Well, for anyone wondering if that technique worked, it clearly did, so we're good. I mean, I'm just so happy about that. That is wonderful. That's exactly what we're going for.
To round out the meal, I'm making a salad with a honey white wine vinegar dressing and some garlic bread.
The grated butter was a great idea.
With everything plated, it was time to share the meal with Owain.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
Me too.
Wow. That's excellent.
Really?
I mean,
I'm fortunate that I get to try your food all the time, but you keep outdoing yourself.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, it worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, I am just really happy that like method of broiling essentially worked. So
Yeah.
I'm really thrilled about that.
Yeah. It like bursts with flavor.
I am.
Yeah, it's great. You know, at the start of this whole experience, you were saying you wanted to close that gap, you know, connect more with the food that you're eating.
I think that'll be like a continuous journey. You know, one that won't stop with my first time that I harvested deer.
Yeah.
For me, it felt, I wouldn't want to say complete because it's never going to be complete.
Yeah.
But it felt whole. We've learned a lot, but there's still a lot more to learn.
It was quite an enriching experience to be surrounded by nature and being present in the forest, the plains, where all the places that we went to. It was such a wonderful experience to be in that environment and with a friend. And I would do it again in a heartbeat with you.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Next year.
Next year.
Though I didn't get the result I wanted, this experience gave me a whole new perspective on the time and effort that goes into good food.